lattes, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm actually going to be sharing with you guys how I make my snow globe tumbler. So I'm gonna insert a picture right here. So basically I'm gonna show you guys from start to finish how I make these cups right here. If you guys want to see more little clips and stuff, definitely check out my Instagram, which it is little lattes _little lattes. We are close to, no, I think we are at 8,000 by the time I upload this. We might even be at 10,000 followers on there. So thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. Let's just jump right into the video. I'm gonna share with you guys again how to make the tumbler from start to finish. So the mixtures that I use, how I drill the hole, everything from start to finish. Before I begin, if you guys are interested in purchasing any of my cups, check out either my Etsy shop or my website. I have two different ways that you guys can order cups from me, and just check them out. The prices are there. All the information is there, and let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start with a tumbler, and at the bottom, well, first of all, I like to take off the lid and the straw. I like to take off the sticker at the bottom. Go ahead and put on gloves because this part is going to get a little bit messy as well. I like to clean it. I do have alcohol here, and then just like some paper towels. And then I'm gonna start drilling the hole. So I use a drill from Milwaukee, I think it's what it is. The size that I use is a 5/16 drill bit. My husband just recently bought me a new drill bit. I've yet to try it. I'll probably, if I do try it and I like it better, I'll share it on my Instagram. So if you guys are here literally to learn like tricks and tips and stuff, definitely follow my Instagram because I share a lot of tips on there. So I like to drill the hole for this. I hope that you guys can see this. I like to drill it where there's not a lot of letters, because as you guys can see, there's letters under the, like under here, right? So I like to drill over here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but there's not a lot of letters right here. I don't like to drill where this little thing is, like that little piece there. I like to drill on the opposite side of that. So that's like a good spot to drill. And then the biggest tip that I have is do not drill right next to this edge here. Do not drill right next to the edge because it's gonna be really hard to seal. So what I do is I make sure I'm away from the edge, as you guys can see there. And I like to just go slowly at first. And then I try not to put too much pressure on it because it'll crack the cup. So I've cracked so many cups. You can still work with them if they're cracked and everything, but it just makes it a little harder sometimes. So let's hope that this one doesn't crack. If it does, well, too bad. Once I've gotten about this much of the hole done, I like to turn it like this. So I'm not applying so much pressure. I like to put less pressure at this point. And you guys can probably not even see what I'm doing. As you can see, all this little stuff starts to get everywhere. So I have a piece of paper here that everything's landing on. It already kind of went through the cup, but the biggest thing is you don't want to drill so hard that it'll go through both layers of the cup. You want to make sure that it's, because you can see this is a double wall tumbler, it only has to go through that first layer. Once it finally kind of like goes through the cup, what's gonna happen is it's gonna kind of get stuck. So you need to kind of go hard at this point and then slowly. And you can go backwards too to get the drill out. And here's what the cup looks like, or the hole. I don't know. I always say this, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I like to take like a weeding tool and just take out any pieces that are like right next to the edge here. Okay, at this point we can start the glitter, and again I'm going to be using a rose gold glitter. So I like to use masking tape just to cover the side, like where the hole is. So basically I'm gonna point the hole this way, and then I'm gonna just put the tape here. So a lot of people ask me about how much glitter I use. You'll see that right now. What I do is I add the glitter in there with another weeding tool. This one's kind of more like a flat one, or like kind of like a little just almost like a needle type of tool. I go around the little hole and just kind of like move it around so that it goes in there. I also will hit the cup a little bit. Anything that is sticking to the tape, I just kind of scrape it off. Not all of it will come off, but just try to get as much off the tape as you can. So I'm going to continue this, and as you can see, it's going inside already. So far, this is what it looks like. Okay, so once I have the amount of glitter in here that I want, I'm going to just shake it up so it looks all even. And I like to add about ½ an inch to almost an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch away from the logo. Once I have all my glitter in there, I'm ready to add my water and glycerin mixture. I do use water and glycerin. Then I'm gonna start mixing my water and glycerin. The glycerin that I use is this vegetable glycerin here. It's probably like down to here already, so I've almost used this whole thing, but I already ordered more. I ended up getting 2 gallons of these, just because I go through it pretty often, or pretty quickly. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix water and glycerin into my bottle. I'm only, for 1 cup, I'm only gonna use about this much, maybe even a little bit less. So what I do is I just eyeball about where half is. So about like right here, that's about how much water I will add. And then the rest, glycerin. So I use bottled water, and every time I make sure it's a new one, obviously. But you can use distilled water. Distilled, I heard, is probably the best. I haven't actually had any issues with my tumblers as far as like them getting mold or anything like that, because that is a possibility. I just make sure that everything I'm doing is super clean, and I'm making sure that, you know, I'm wearing gloves and everything like that. So I already added the water, so about where my thumb is, I'm gonna add up to there with the glycerin. Okay, so I just go ahead and mix now like this. What I do is, first of all, I've already added the glitter, right? I'm gonna add water only to the first line right here, okay? So I already have napkins and everything down, because like I've said, it gets super messy. So I hope you guys can see. I'm adding water to the first line. Okay, stop. Now, right now the water's sitting right at the line, right? Well, there's all this glitter is basically has like air in it. So what I like to do, I shared this on Instagram, is I mix the water, well, the water mixture, water with glycerin, okay? I keep getting corrected by that, but I mix that mixture into the glitter. So I just shake it up. I like to do this now so that it doesn't get like super messy later when I try to do this and it's already like full, spilling everywhere. And I like to do this also at the first line so that I can kind of see and just make sure that it's actually moving down. So if you guys look closely, this like water with, well, the mixture with the glitter has already moved down a little bit. So I'm gonna keep mixing it. It usually moves down about ½ an inch close, maybe 3/4 of an inch. So it kind of already has in this area here. So I'm just gonna continue to mix real quick, continue. And then once this is already all mixed together, then I will go ahead and fill the rest of the cup with the rest of my mixture. So as you guys can see, it has moved down. That means that there's no longer like air trapped down here. So I hope that made sense. Now I will fill the rest. As you guys can see, there it goes. Where the hole is, I tilt it and I fill it just so that I can get as much liquid as I can in there. Okay. At this point, I let my cup sit for approximately an hour or so, because right now it's going to start degassing. So basically what that means is if there's any air in there, which honestly I haven't had too much issues after I've done that last step that I just showed you guys, where I like mix the glitter into with the mixture. I don't really have a lot of issues anymore. But what would happen was I would seal it right away. Like I seal it and I do everything, and then like a little bubble would almost like form because the gas is trying to escape. To avoid all that, leave your cup like this for approximately 2-3 hours. maybe even overnight. I'm gonna leave it like this for a little while. So yeah guys, I will see you after I've already let this degas.
Much later.
All right guys, so it has been some time later. What'll happen now is you'll look at your cup. At this point you can remove the tape. You'll look at your cup to see how it looks as far as the liquid. You don't want any like huge spaces up here, like this huge bubble or anything. The liquid is all around the cup, even like at the top. I don't think you guys can see it, but basically there's no bubbles here. What really has helped me is that mixing it ahead of time. So what I'll do is I will take my alcohol and I'll literally just spray it a few times. Take a napkin and I'm just gonna clean it off really well, as good as I can clean it. I'm gonna try to get all of that liquid, the glycerin with the water. And what I do now is I actually take my glove off. Make sure your hands are clean for this part. And then I touch the actual opening of the cup here, and then I look at it to see if there's liquid coming out. And as of right now, there's still a little bit of liquid. So I'm gonna keep cleaning it now. I'm gonna take a little bit more alcohol. You need to make sure that it is completely dry before you even attempt to seal this. Okay, right now it looks good. It looks all dry. Okay, I put my gloves back on at this point and I will take a glue dot. So I don't have the actual packaging, but these glue dots are from, is it like the Gorilla Glue dot? So yeah, take it off. And that's why you don't want to have the hole on the edge, because it's gonna be really hard to put this down. What you need to do, there's an actual glue dot here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but what you need to do is try to cover the hole with this dot. So like if this is the hole, then this is the dot. Like it goes right up over it. So the hole's right over here. I'm gonna try and place that right over the hole. Use my finger to press around. Now I'm gonna set you guys back down. It's all like in real time. Okay, so I'm gonna be gentle. I do not suggest moving the cup a lot, okay guys? Be very gentle. Wait, there's nothing coming out. And then quickly peel that piece off. So basically you stick it on and then you rub it and then remove it quickly like that. There's the little hole and the glue dot is around. See, I could have placed it a little bit more to the left, but this is still fine. You just don't want this to land like accidentally like halfway or anything. So what you'll do next is you're going to take a weeding tool and press down, like press and almost like press and almost like smear that glue dot on. And then I'm gonna take another glue dot and I'm just gonna place it. You see that other side that I kind of felt like I should have done it closer to that side? I'm just gonna kind of place it there. And I add a total of about 3 glue dots. This is my last glue dot. Be careful that with your tool you don't accidentally stab the little hole. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take epoxy. I use the amazing clear cast resin. I'll put it up here. That's what I'm gonna be using, so it's part A and B. I just take a little cup like this, and I do this in 2 different steps. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mix only about maybe 10. 5 of one, 5 of the other. I'm gonna pour it right over the hole. With the same stick, I'm just going to make sure that it's touching the actual edges. And then I started where the hole is and I just kind of drag it out toward the rest of the cup. But I'm not gonna fill it all the way to the top. I actually like to do this in 2 different parts. I usually wait overnight, and once I see that this has sealed and there's no leaks, you'll be able to tell right away if there's a leak in your cup, because it will have not sealed, the epoxy will not have dried or like whatever, but you'll be able to tell. And then it kind of looks like it's not sealed. Like the little glue dot will kind of look like almost like a poppet, kind of like where you can move it almost. But do not worry, that's why we do a second coat. So right now, this is it. I'm just going to let this sit. Tomorrow morning, I can come back and show you guys what it looks like. And then I'm just going to add more epoxy.
The next day.
Okay guys, so it is the next day. Here are a few tumblers that I'm working on. I like to look at it and then feel it, just to feel like, because you'll be able to feel liquid coming out if it's leaking. I'm just going to be mixing more epoxy, so I'm gonna probably mix like, I would say probably 30, and I might need more after this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pour and just pour some on each cup. But yeah, you want to make sure that it doesn't go above the, like this rim of the cup right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing to all the other cups. And then I'm going to let them dry again for the next, I don't know, 10, 12 hours or so. Alright guys, so it's the next day, and as you guys can see, it's actually dry already. I'm going to use like this little tool to hit the bottom so you guys can hear. It's rock solid. Okay, there it is. As you guys can see, I did pair it with this like pink glitter straw and then just added this pink little bow here. But here's what my cups look like, you guys. They are pretty full. Remember that the glitter does eventually set. Like once you put the cup down, the glitter's gonna set in place. But for the most part, if you're shaking it or holding it at all, like this is how it's gonna look. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys are gonna try it. And then here's what it looks like once I set it down. I think it came out so nice, and I hope that you guys will try it and give these methods a try. Alright guys, so that is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are interested in more videos like this, please let me know down in the comments and I will definitely film them for you guys. If you guys are not already following me on Instagram, please go ahead and do so. I will go ahead and leave the username and everything down below. It's always in the description box. If you guys are gonna go ahead and try this method, or like the way that I make my snow globe tumblers, let me know down below. And if you guys are interested in purchasing any of my cups, please check them out. I will list my Etsy shop and my website. Basically, it's the same cups on both platforms. I just use 2 different ways to sell my items. So that is it for today's video, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!